Hello, my name is Michael Peters. Now, this story is about a divorce in America, I guess. It's about a judge named Judge Esquire from Hempstead, Texas. Retired judge, so to speak, but who took over my case in Conroe, Texas at the 418th District Court and selected his friends of 30 years, realtors, Brent and Nancy Rollins, who worked for Coldwell Bankers in Waller. Hand-selected them to sell my property, which they're selling for about $85,000 cheaper than what Century 21 had listed it for. This is a picture of me in Iraq. I'm the one in black there. These are pilots who dropped off Saddam Hussein. This is my son Dalton with cancer, and this is my property. You can see the house there, hot tub. Let's move the camera around. This is a bridge that I put on the property. This is my backyard, the rabbit hutch, the kitchen windows. You can see how beautiful this land is. And I built this by hand with my labor. It took me over 6.5 years to do this. All of this went for, you can see the custom gates here in the front, chicken pens. It's a beautiful piece of property. And these thieves were allowed to hand select their own realtor, sell my property for a fraction of what it's worth. My neighbors paid for 1 acre. One of them paid $23,000 and the other one paid $21,000. These people are adjacent to my property and across the street from me. Yet my property, let's just say that they sold it for 20,000 acre at 5.25 acres. Well, maybe you get the 103,000. But what about the 30,000 in fence, the well, the septic, the bridge, the house, the other buildings, 3 other buildings that I have on the property, clearing the property, the infrastructure, the pole lighting? All this was simply given away for free. Free. It's the best deal ever. And they shouldn't be allowed to get away with this just to line their pockets. My wife, who's from El Salvador, ex-wife from El Salvador, who had a x-ray, and the son ended up with cancer because she had this x-ray when he was a fetus. She doesn't know anything, and my son dying of cancer. Nobody's benefiting from this except for Nancy and Brent Rollins and the Coldwell Bankers and the courts. These people are corrupt and they're thieves and they're stealing us blind. And divorces, we all know they're nasty, but no one was able to live on the property, even though it could have been easily split. 3 acres for one, 2.5 for the other. And then my son would have a decent place to grow up. But these people sold it for a fraction of what it's worth so they could line their pockets and steal from us. Brent and Nancy and this Judge Esquire in Hempstead, this is what they do. This is why Judge Esquire went over to the 418, took over for Tracy Gilbert, because he's semi-retired and can get away with it. If not, he's just going to retire, but he's going to bring his friends in. This is the way the system works, but I want you to know that Coldwell Bankers, they hire thieves. That property is at 23307 Green Forest Street, Hockley, Texas, 77447. Check it out yourself. Ask my neighbors what they paid for theirs. The recent ones, Carl in the back and Richard up in the front. $21,000 and $23,000. Yet they gave everything that I built away, and I have proof of the money I paid for it. For $85,000, they simply gave it away, not including the building costs, because I built it all by hand. These people are corrupt, and Texans should know about it. God bless Texas. This was happened to you in divorces here in Texas, where they liquidate and divide your property and line your pockets, and they don't care if your son's dying of cancer or anything else. God bless Texas.